Hey, this is Stuart Smith, Stuartism Designs LLC. We're here at Liberty Ridge Farms in Schaghticoke, New York, working on their Nightmare in 3D. And they needed me to take this from elementary to let's graduate and get their diploma. So we have stepped this place up real nice for them. This particular video, we're going to go through just some of the floors we've done at this place. On my other YouTube site, Airbrushing at Stuart Designs LLC, you're going to see 10, 15 different YouTubes of the construction of the walls. Here, we're just going to go through some of the floors, give you the FYI how they were made, materials, and overall look. So, hey, come on in. Hope you learned something, and we will see you in the next video. Enjoy. All right, this is the first room that the customer's going to be going into, and I had Chris go through, Chris and Melissa, and they painted it black while I was working on other areas of the haunt. And then I came in and sprayed red, and then I put a black void in the center, and then with blue, Horizon Blue Day Glow, mixed in a little bit of yellow to give it more of a whitish blue rather than just straight out of the can, and put my image in there, and then I brought in the black to make it more concrete cracks and crevices. And so when the customers walk in, they've got a deep hole there with the 3D glasses, and then it continues forth over here. In other areas, we have the bedroom where I'm having a hard image done on the floor, something crawling out of the bed. And then the last room is going to be quite the woo-woo bar as far as, you know, really nasty walls and floor. So again, this is really simple to do, guys. You know, throw down your color. Now, remember, all your colors, I have added in polyacrylic from Minwax, high gloss, water-based polyurethane. That gives it a harder coating. We're painting on wood. And so it etches, it really adheres into the wood. And we're coming from a farm here. People will be trucking crap in. I've actually told the owners here that if they make some type of spiel, you know, that, hey, the ghosts don't like dirt, so please walk off your feet. And that might help in keeping some of the garbage off of the floor as they walk in. That might act like sandpaper underneath their feet and rub this paint away. So this with the polyacrylic should give them at least several years of usage. Same thing here. Right in front of the fireplace. It's perfect. It's right in the line of the people. And you'll watch as the people try to avoid stepping into the blue area. They'll dance around the red because with the 3D glasses, the red comes forward and the blue recedes. So with the 3D glasses, that's very deep and will work really nice to throw his clients. This is in accordance, of course, that all the walls are painted and awesome images there. That'll work really nice. All right, this hallway I think is one of my favorites. We got the spiders all up on the walls. We got the cobwebs that are coming down onto the floor. I spritzed a little bit of green over the cobwebs to give me a little bit more color so I could show off these bad boys, which is 6 different size spiders with a cast shadow and a little bit of highlight, that when the customers come down with 3D glasses, it's gonna be awesome. So we got a big bad boy here, there, back in the corner. I mean, you know, 10-foot width spiders, and then their babies. You got their babies down here. And that will work great for freaking out the little kids and the adults. Okay, that's gonna work out fantastic. And again, we're mixing everything with that polyacrylic that's going on the floor. Not necessarily for the walls, but on the floor that's going to want. This piece is one of my favorites too. We got the red skull in the center, the blues around it, and not only do they not want to step in where the blue area is, we got the spritzed red around it, kind of like a molten, where the floor is opening up to engulf the customers. It'll also move. 3D glasses, the red skull on top will pivot back and forth as they walk by or around it, and that'll work really nice for just a different look of, your 3D floor. Okay, this is the bedroom. I'm gonna sneak in here. So we got the bed, murals done on the walls, and now we got the creepy nasty that is coming from underneath the bed. 3D glasses, fantastic. Okay, we got the eyes closer to the bed in blue, tentacles and nasties coming out, oranges, greens, and then the reds are coming forward. So this is gonna rise up off the ground with the 3D glasses. This is done as a hard image with the mixture of the soft images, just using color, just let them paint highlights basically, bubbles and drool and blood and nasties. And so this works out really nice as a nice transition into this room over here, which is just your basic stars. So this is something you can try. A mixture of hard image and soft image. And then our last mural that we're working on right now, I got a fan on it trying to dry. It is noon on the 18th of May. Want to get out of here, go hit a graveyard before we go hit the hotel, grab a nap, and then head home. So this right here. FYI, temperature. Last 2 days has been very cold. These buildings are set up on pallets basically, so it's not a quote-unquote permanent structure, and so the cold air is coming up. So it took all day for this to dry yesterday, and so I was going to try to finish everything yesterday, and it just wasn't going to happen. So how we did this: white primer down mixed with polyacrylic, then the colors, then did the detail work. Then I came along with black and filled in the back side over here and added in shadows so the tentacles would sit on the floor above without adding too much black around those. And then came in with the blue to do the ghosted eyeballs and membrane and pustules, and then came in with red to have stuff flying off of it, and then finally yellow to do the highlights. And then we took red mixed with a little bit of yellow, and of course with the polyacrylic in it, and we spritzed around it, and end result is fantastic. It works out really nice. 3D glasses looks great. Customers will be thrilled. My customers are thrilled, and works out really well. So we're gonna move on to the next and last mural, which is the last room, and we'll see that here in about 5, 10, 15. This time we need to get in there because the black paint won't dry. So yeah, again, drying issues. Thankfully it's warmer today. So just FYI, when you're doing these, the temperature, your paint won't dry. The other thing too is your hose. You have to make sure things are dry in order to move on to the next stage, because unlike the walls where it doesn't matter where your hose is being dragged across the ground as you're trying to paint, and if you hit a wet pocket, it's going to spread it all over the place, and it's a pain in the butt to sit there and try to fix it. So this takes patience. I was working on this one, I was working on another one in another room, and another one in another room, because they're all in various stages of drying. So be patient. Take the last couple of days of your project, and it's nothing but floors. You're not messing with the walls, furniture, propping, nothing. You're just doing the floors. Okay? And just take your time. Let things thoroughly dry before you go through the stages. And again, red comes forward, green sits in the middle, blue recedes. The same applies on the walls as it does on the floors. So we both have your regular 3D on here, and we also have your reverse 3D with the eyeballs sinking down and these coming up. So it gives you an illusion of a hole or something's crawling out from underneath the bed with the 3D glasses. Okay, we have the final floor. This is where the customers exit. This just got finished. I just had the fan on it. And thankfully, it's a warm day today. We are done. The stuff is packed up, ready to rock, waiting for the customers to come to basically come and go woohoo, waha, and then we go. So, but again, primer down first, color second, then we ghosted the blues around the edges, and it really matches up well with the wall. Neat thing is too, is right before they exit, they're gonna have this, basically your square sphere of red, and then your nasties in the center here in the block. And they're gonna be dancing all over the place with 3D glasses. We have your greens and blues on the outside, and that's gonna work really nice as their last hurrah. Cool walls, cool floor, great thing to remember, keep them coming back. So we want to make sure for Robert and Cynthia that we did a really bang-up job of having the last show, and remember that for yours. Everything hinges on that last room. Lots of stuff to see throughout the maze. You can go simple in one area, complex in the next. You have your ebbs and flows, that way you don't have excitement the whole time and the customer gets bored. But when it comes to the last room, it better be memorable. And with all these walls and this, it's gonna be awesome. This took a little while, and most of it, like I said in the last segment, was the drying time, trying to get the temperatures right. But she worked out well. So this is the last room. So that concludes our video on some of the floors here. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe. More coming down the road. We got a really busy schedule this year. Try to do some more suits. We are going to be heading off to Sloss Fight Furnace in September in Birmingham, Alabama. That's going to be a fantastic project. Lots of information. Again, the construction of this site is on Airbrushing with Stewardism Designs LLC, all one word in the back. And this, of course, is Stewardism Designs LLC, and this site is meant a little bit more for instruction. How this stuff happens, how you create. So, take a look, send it to your friends, share. Any of you would-be artists that are trying to do your own 3D maze, don't have a budget to bring in a bad boy like me, this is going to be fantastic for you. To help you out and kind of handle some of the pitfalls that might arise, in the 3D process. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. You take care.